Hello, my name is Manny. My audience is my wife Rebecca and the various dogs and cats we have around the house. When people travel for pleasure, one usually thinks of sandy beaches, mojitos, and the nightlife that is offered at various popular locations around the world. I am here to talk about alternatives to those types of leisurely travel that are equally enjoyable and satisfying. Expanding your mind through travel makes for an extraordinary and rewarding experience that will leave you with unforgettable memories and also give you a better understanding of the world, yourself, and others. Through examples, I plan to show various opportunities that specialize in cultural, archaeological, and environmental enhancement. From my personal experience traveling to expand my mind, I can attest to a rewarding experience and satisfaction that you get from planning this type of travel. I will discuss some of the reasons people have for visiting heritage sites and the efforts governments have taken to make sure those sites are better managed and maintained. Governments have taken a key interest in heritage site management to preserve culture, history, and promote environmental awareness in some cases. My intent is to help you become better aware of the opportunities for travel to expand your mind. Let us begin by allowing me to talk about various opportunities for travel that expand your mind that are available, with each covering a particular area of interest. Although you could travel most anywhere in the world and find cultural enhancement of some type. Do you need to travel a great distance to expand your mind? No. For instance, there are various opportunities within the state in which you live that are just as fulfilling as having to travel halfway around the world. By just going to a museum in a major city within the state that you live is a great way to gain knowledge about the heritage and local culture of the area. Museums provide various themes ranging from natural history, military history, art, past and present. For those of you who have an interest in archaeology, opportunities are also available through National Geographic and Smithsonian societies. However, for this type of excursion requires a little more planning and usually traveling a greater distance. Now let me show you some websites to where you can look for this type of travel. It is not a complete list. However, it is a starting point on where to go to begin. Now that you know where you can look to find travel to expand your mind, let me talk about some of my personal experiences. One of my first experiences, my intent was not to expand my mind, but rather the opposite. When one travels to Ireland in terms of culture, one generally thinks of the music and the pub culture. Truthfully, this was my initial intent. When I landed in Ireland, however, due to circumstances that ended in my benefit, I was able to experience both aspects of this trip. Dublin offers both of these aspects. A famous author by the name of James Joyce came from Dublin. And those of you who have an interest in literature, you can expand your literary knowledge throughout the city. I did not partake in this endeavor. I did, however, make a pilgrimage to the Guinness Brewery. Everyone makes this pilgrimage. Needless to say, I did not spend my entire time in Dublin. So some friends and I, the next day, we moved on to our next stop. We were able to book a bed and breakfast in the Irish countryside. From there, while looking for pubs, we stumbled upon a burial mound at Newgrange, dating back to the Neolithic period, making it older than Stonehenge in England and the Great Pyramids of Giza in Egypt. I was amazed to find out that over 5,000 years ago, a structure of this magnitude was built for the primary purpose of rituals without the use of modern machinery. The stones used in the construction weigh in excess of 20 tons each and are not local to the area. I wondered of the techniques that these people used to move stones this large without the use of heavy machinery. Without the use of any mortar to secure them in place, their placement was so precise that there is no leakage from rainwater into the burial chamber. What else is unique about this burial mound is that on the winter solstice, at sunrise, the sun comes through the opening into the burial mound and illuminates the main burial chamber. One would not consider people from this area would have the knowledge and ability to accomplish such a task and to have a structure that has lasted over 5,000 years and still maintain alignment with celestial movements. I will now read from, I'll have to cut that out. I will now read an excerpt Where's 9? Another trip I took was to the National Tiger Sanctuary. Just to give you some history about this place, the National Tiger Sanctuary is a nonprofit organization established in 2000 to create a protected environment to connect with the diversity of creation. This one was a planned trip, not like the one in Ireland. The guides are very knowledgeable about the large cats. I learned what efforts are being done to protect these animals and their environment. It is amazing to be standing 3 feet away from an 800-pound tiger with basically a chain link fence between you. That is not the exciting part. The exciting part was I was able to feed these tigers. The next few photos that you see are of photos that I have taken when I was at the Tiger Sanctuary. It was amazing. Lastly, now that you are familiar with where to look when researching on where to go to visit a heritage site and heard about experiences that I have had, let us look at a study that was conducted on reasons people visit heritage sites. Governments are taking an active role in the management and promotion of heritage sites within their territories. There is a belief that by learning about our own culture or of another culture, we can learn a little more about ourselves, and expanding our own knowledge enables us to better evaluate and take better action on past issues that resemble similar issues of today, and we can have a different outcome. There are many different reasons why people visit heritage sites. The study that was conducted and published in the Journal of Travel Research was on reasons people have for visiting heritage sites in Israel. This is important for two reasons. One of the reasons showed that the tourists' own heritage was a large contributor to why they visited that particular site. The second reason is it enabled the governments to better manage on how to market those groups to increase more patronage to those sites and allow for their continuance. If a heritage site can be sustained economically through patronage, then this would ensure continued operations of that site. I will now read an excerpt from the abstract of an article that showed how they came to the conclusions in this study. A sample was composed of English-speaking international tourists leaving Israel through Ben Gurion Airport. The research implemented by the use of structured questionnaires, using face-to-face interviews. Responses were grouped using an interpretability approach to exploratory factor analysis. Reasons for visiting heritage sites were classified into three groups: heritage experience, learning experience, and recreational experience. The reasons visiting heritage sites were linked to the tourist perception of the site in relation to their own heritage. The results led to a better understanding. Reasons for visiting the site placed and provided further insight into heritage tourism in general. The findings are relevant to the operational management spaces presenting history-related artifacts and to the marketing of these sites. You can see that the better operational management of a heritage site and utilizing targeted marketing plan, more and more people will travel to expand their minds. This results in continuance of these sites and never allows us to forget our past. In conclusion, expanding your mind through travel will allow us all to have a better understanding of the world around us, past and present. I hope I was able to give you a better understanding of the management and promotion of heritage tourism. I also hope that expanding your mind through travel is not only provides for unforgettable experiences, but also the benefits you get from patronizing these sites and assures their continuance. Now that we have discussed where to find the variety of opportunities for heritage travel and some ideas of the places you can go to start this type of travel, I hope that I was able to instill an excitement in you by sharing some of my personal experiences that I had, and after hearing all that I had discussed with you, I hope that you realize the personal benefits of expanding your mind through travel and its importance for all of our future. Thank you.